Yo, 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 yo. What up, everybody? We are back. We've been banging this stuff out. Let me bring my boy Felipe on. Felipe, what up, dog? You know this is our 17th episode?
Damn, we've been doing it for 17 days.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah. It flew
Consistent,
by.
bro. What's going on, bro? How was your day?
It was good, man. Actually, I think today, no, I know today was probably one of my busiest days in terms of follow up.
Okay,
Literally, all my calls today were follow up, all of them.
good. Why do you
Um,
think that is?
I think it's two things. It's one is that just today was just the day that everything just fell on each other. Like most of my followers fell. But
Hmm.
second, my pipeline has been growing and growing and growing and growing. So I think it's gonna be the new norm,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna start seeing more packed days like this within. I mean, I think this month is gonna be kind of like that.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So, I went on that appointment for anybody that watched last week. I think it was Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday.
Felipe locked up a deal on live. If you guys want to go back and watch that, so Felipe locked up a deal on live. I went down there today and checked it out, and it's so crazy, bro. This is what she told me. She's like, "Hey, I actually got a call literally 2 hours after I talked to Felipe,
Damn.
and the guy wanted to give me 210. He was like, sight unseen, 210. I'm gonna send over the agreement today. And Virginia, the seller, was just like, nah, I can't do it. I already have a contract in place.
Bro, it
So
is
think about that. You were
crazy.
2 hours away.
Guess what? Today I called someone and another wholesaler called him at the same time, and he picked up the phone, and I could hear the other wholesaler talking to him while I was on the phone.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm like, this is crazy. There's so many of us now.
That is wild, bro. Holy crap. Yeah, dude, it's crazy out here. She said that she gets calls after calls after calls after calls.
Hmm.
But that's why it's so important to build that follow up pipeline, like you said, and keep on them. What happened with that one that you talked to that was on the phone with another wholesaler?
Um, he was a lead we have down in Florida, and it was just a check-in call to see if he was able to finish up doing his legal stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
he's doing a lien settlement. And I mean, I don't really understand too much what that entails of, instead of like settling your liens, but he should be done with that by next week, and if everything goes smoothly, he'll be ready to sell.
Lien settlement. So what is he trying to do? He's trying to get rid of the liens.
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand if a lien settlement means you go to pay your liens or you get rid of them. I don't really know what that means. I've never heard of a lien settlement.
Did he explain?
No, he didn't. He just said he has to do that, and then you'll be ready to sell.
So something like that, I would dig into, especially because, dude, on calls that I have too, there's a bunch of times I don't know what the heck they're talking about. Right? It's okay for you to say, I don't know what that means. What are you talking? What's a lien settlement? Help me
Mhm.
understand. What exactly does that entail? And he could be like, oh, it's negotiating with the lien department of whoever's in charge of the lien, right? And we can do that. So if that's what you figured out, if you figured out that, hey, he's like trying to negotiate one of these liens that are on his properties down, we can actually help him with that. We can negotiate him down.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's important to like dig a little bit deeper and see exactly what is going on with that, what that means. It's
Yeah.
it's okay to tell the seller, yeah, I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that?
Okay.
Interesting. I've never heard of that. You see what I'm saying with everything. Actually, it helps you out because people want to pump their chest and talk about stuff they
What?
know about. You know what I mean? It makes
Hmm.
it feel good.
Makes them feel good. Yeah, you're right.
That's a big part of the Sandler process is essentially not acting dumb, but like, yeah, acting dumb.
Yeah, I remember reading it in the book.
You know what
You,
I'm saying? Just like,
yeah,
really? What? Tell me about that.
be
It's okay. It
the
makes the
dumb
seller
one.
feel good.
Hmm.
Did you go back and over the weekend and watch the sales training that me and Daryl did?
No, I couldn't. I was in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Bro, I would watch that. It was so good.
I'd love to. I was thinking about it when I was down there. I was like, I wonder if I can like watch it while I'm with my girl for a second.
Dude, it was good. Good luck with that, by the way.
uh-huh. What was
So what
it?
do you got today, bro?
Also, with that lead, this lead, I'm not sure you remember, we did a comp on it on live, I believe, and we found out that all the 3-bedroom homes in the area are selling for like way over. And he said that you can make the carport a bedroom. What do you think about that? Is that like a common thing to do, or is it like some?
It sounds like it would just be an addition, right?
I guess so. I don't know. I mean, just make a carport a bedroom. He said there's space in the garage. Is it like legally a bedroom?
All you need is some windows and in a closet.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, if that is possible, which sounds like it is, he said it's common down in Florida. A lot of people do that. Then we can have a pretty good deal on our hands.
Okay, talk about it. What are the numbers?
Oh, brother, he is asking for. Oh, and when I mean deal, I mean an ovation. He's asking for around 800, like flat around there. And if I remember, if it's a 3-bedroom house, it's over $1 million. If it's a 2-bedroom house, it's around 875 to 900. So I remember we both comped it together on live. It's a property in Pompano.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, because I was confused on your comp.
Okay. Yeah, I would get some pictures. I would try to get some pictures from him and see exactly what he's talking about and what it looks like and how easy it would be to convert that. Because if it's an easy thing where you just got to put in a closet or something,
Yeah,
and that bumps the value like crazy and we just list it, that's a good novation. But when you're getting like in the higher numbers, like when you're getting into like $1 million houses, those things sit on the market for a longer time because the buyer pool goes down.
yeah,
Right? Because less people can afford a $1 million house. So there's less people looking for it. Therefore, it sits on the market for a little bit longer. It's a little bit more of a risky play. So if you're doing a novation agreement and you got to put a lot of money into it, I don't know. Maybe we could wholesale the novation agreement. You could do that, like down there, boots on the ground. But if it's a quick thing that we could do, I'd want to do it. But if not, maybe we can wholesale it. You can wholesale a novation agreement.
Yeah, I guess theoretically you can just wholesale literally anything.
Yeah, literally, I can wholesale this.
Yeah. Let me grab something real quick. I got a few questions today, a few leads to go over. Well, before I start, is there anything I need to know about the appointment? Anything crazy?
No, I'm just gonna shop it out and see exactly where our buyers would be at. The good news is we have that 14-day contingency period. So here's what I said to the seller. I said, hey, I'm gonna take all these pictures. I'm gonna send it out to our money guys. Once we figure out that 195 is a go, we'll get in contact with you and let you know the next steps. I don't think we should have a problem, but regardless, we'll give you a call in a couple days to help you guys understand the next steps.
Got it. Did you get a good ARV before I went down there?
It's tough, man. I'm waiting for some answers back for people that are in that market. They're giving me hard ARV, but I think we're at like 400 because if it's a 2-family, it's 400. If it's a single family, then I'd probably say like 350 to 375, and that would kind of hurt our deal for sure.
Yeah.
So I tried calling the city on my way back from the appointment. They didn't answer. I'm going to call them again tomorrow to see if we can make it a 2-family. I think that we can because there's 2 families all around there.
Yeah.
But if it's a 2-family, then definitely ARV is like 400. Needs about, I'd say, 90 grand worth of work.
All right. I mean, yeah, it was a 2-family in the past. They changed it to a single fam.
Yeah, it just says on the property card that it's a single family. So I just want to make sure that we're able to convert it back to a 2-family.
Yep. Okay.
Sometimes the zoning changes and the laws change, and once you change it, you're not grandfathered in anymore.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I just want to, it's a simple conversation. You just call the city and you just say, hey, I'm purchasing this property at 123 Main Street. Could you give me an understanding of whether this thing can be converted into a multifamily or not?
Yep. All right, I'm going to send you a lead right now. I have 2 land questions. Well, not questions, but people you could probably shop it out if the numbers make sense.
Anything land, 2 things. Just get all the information when it comes to like what they've done to get it prepared.
Yeah, that I got.
Right? What is it going to be to get it ready to be, shoveling ground? And have you already put the plans in place and all that stuff? And then once you have all that information, obviously the regular information when it comes to price and motivation timeline, like a regular lead, and then just send it over with all that information. I'll send it to a developer.
Okay, that's perfect.
Let's not beat our heads.
That's basically what I've been doing. So I guess I'll just, every time I get everything I know, I'll task it to you, and then you just throw it out there in the world. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, cool. So I'll just task it to you in general then.
That's cool. Lead in Stoughton didn't call me back, so I'm gonna give them a call.
Oh, okay.
What else you got?
What's it? Work. There's a guy here that I'll just ask it to you. Potential sub 2. He said his house just went on the market as well, but he's still entertaining us taking over the mortgage. He was going into a foreclosure. I just don't know what our numbers would be at in the sub 2 scenario.
Where is it?
It's in Holyoke.
Oh yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a huge brick house with another one.
So what did he say?
He said his agent put it on the market for $425, and he's hoping to get around like $4 when he gets the commissions out and everything. And I said, well, are you still interested in us taking over the mortgage? And he said, yeah, just come back with some numbers and see if it's possible. He wants, let me see what I got here. He owes $250. He wants $100K in his pocket. And I'm not sure if that's, I don't think that he means like off the bat. And it rents for around $5,000 a month and possibly more.
Okay, so he owes $250 on the mortgage.
Yep.
And he wants 100 in his pocket, right? Or 150.
100.
So he would sell to us at 350.
Oh, see, that's where I get confused. I don't really know how it works. So if he sold it for 350,
what's his asking price?
425.
Got it.
That's what's on the listing.
And when you say he wants 100 in his pocket, you mean he wants 100 grand down in the beginning?
I don't know. I don't know if he's asking for 100 grand down or 100 grand over time. Can sub 2, can you pay someone over time as well? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, you could have a sub 2 loan in place. You could have a mortgage. So let's just say Felipe had a car note, right? Like he had a Honda Civic where he owed $10,000 on a car note, but he wanted 15 grand for the car. And I said, hey, dude, I'll take over your $10,000 payment every month, whatever that looks like. And Felipe says, Mike, yeah, but you still owe me $5,000. So I say, okay, cool. Well, why don't I pay the mortgage every single month? I mean, the car note every single month, and then give Felipe payments every single month towards the $5,000.
Okay.
So now you have two separate notes.
Got it. So you just have two notes, but
Mhm.
it works out. Okay. Well, I already know if it's 100K down, I already, just from working with you, I assume that's not possible. That's not a
Yeah.
thing.
Why does he need the 100K down?
For I'm assuming it's for a new property since he's moving out of this one.
Here's what I would do. I would let the market beat him up a little bit.
Yep.
Check back in with him in like 30 days and see if it's sold. Just plant the seed. Like, you don't have to really beat him up over the head with everything. Just say, yeah, man, I don't know if it would be a good fit here. I'm looking at the 100K down, and it would kill our deal. But I mean, hopefully this thing sells for you on the market. If it doesn't, would you entertain still doing something where we come in a little bit lower than the $100,000 down, maybe like 30, 60 days out if this thing doesn't sell?
Okay. Wait. So you're talking about like say that to him and then give it 30 days and see if it's sold. Okay.
Because what's going to happen is he's going to go on the market. It's probably overpriced, and he's not going to sell it. At the end of the day, maybe he does sell it, and that's better for him. But we're not giving him $100,000 down. We're probably giving him 20.
Yep.
I've also sent over numbers to him and gone over numbers with him like multiple times.
Okay. So then what's wrong with this? Like, why does it, I'm assuming he didn't go for it. Right?
Mm-hmm. So there, it's interesting with foreclosures, right? Pace talks about this, how there's 3 steps of foreclosures. In the beginning, so there's 3 time blocks of a foreclosure where a seller would likely sell their house. In the beginning, right, about 30% of them will sell because they get a notice and they're like, oh crap, like I got to do something. I'm about to get foreclosed on. I got to sell the house quick. That's like 30% of them. And then there's a middle time frame where maybe like 5% of them sell. And that's just in the middle. Maybe that's like 30 to 60 days in the middle of the foreclosure while they're just like hanging out. Pace calls it the ostrich with its head in the sand, right? Like they're acting like everything's okay when it's really not. So typically nobody would really sell in that middle mark. And then the majority of people sell when it's like last minute, when it comes up to like the deal that we just did last week. Guy was going to get foreclosed on Tuesday. Like that's when people decide to make the decision, when they're like, oh shit, I gotta sell. I'm about to get foreclosed on. So typically you'll get it either in the beginning or the end.
Yeah, they'll wait.
You see what I mean? And that's why this guy listed it now, because he's probably about to get foreclosed on. Did you get the foreclosure date?
No, in the notes it says he filed for bankruptcy. So doesn't that like
yeah, that
cancel
extends
it, or does it extend it? Oh, it extends it.
Okay. So I'm not sure about this, but I would ask him if there's still a foreclosure date, because I know the bankruptcy pauses it. I don't know if it extends it to a certain date, but I would ask him. Exactly what happens.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways, let the market beat him up. Come back to him. Plant the seed. You don't gotta beat him over the head with like, no, we're never giving you $100K down or something like that. You just plant the seed. Like, yeah, I don't know if it would be a good fit of this $100,000 down, but maybe we could do something if nothing happens to the property in the next 30, 60 days. And then figure out when his foreclosure date is.
Got it. All right, man. Yeah, that's the questions I had for today.
Cool, bro.
I sent you all the land ones too, so if you want to shop it out or anything.
Yeah, I'll check them out. Good job last week, bro. So for anybody watching, Felipe, we had a conversation. Me and Felipe had a conversation. I think it was in the beginning of July, where we set a goal for how many contracts Felipe could get.
Mm-hmm.
He hit that goal on Friday for the month, which was Felipe only works Monday through Friday, so he's not working on the weekends. Not only, but he works Monday through Friday. So Friday was his last day of the month, is what I'm trying to say. And he hit that goal with literally that much time. But bro, think about it. When you did that, we were about to get off the live.
Yeah.
And the other wholesaler would have called her 2 hours later.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. What really motivated me was when you said, I'm gonna call you tomorrow and see if you locked it up. I was like, fuck it, bro, let's just do it right now.
I love it.
I was like, I don't want to, because I knew I was going down to New Jersey, so I was like, I don't want to be calling people while I'm driving and doing all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just do it now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's call this lead.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
Okay, just keep on that guy. Maybe call him from a different number or something. But from the conversation I had with him today, he had another offer that was like $2,000 above our offer. I think he would still go with us. I didn't give him like a solid offer. I just said, hey, can you please do me a favor? And he's like, what? Can you just give us a last shot just so we could take care of you? Yep. Just so we can take care of you the best way possible. And he's like, yeah, I could do that. He's just not ready. They got a bunch of stuff going on with the doctors and all that type of stuff. So,
okay.
But definitely stay on him. That's a daily follow-up. Something that can get under contract any moment is a daily follow-up.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I have him for tomorrow.
For an offer?
No, I just have him booked for tomorrow to call him.
Oh, okay, that guy.
Well, what do you want me to do when he picks up? Do you want me to try to set up a time to try to get a signature?
Yeah, you could try to do that.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna call a lead. Hello? Is this Rami? Hey, my name's Mike. How are you? I'm sorry. For some reason, you're kind of breaking up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you better now. Hey, so my team was telling me that we were interested in buying this house in Davenport that you have. I was wondering if you had a chance if you wanted to talk about it really quick, if you had a quick second.
Fine, yeah, sure, no problem.
Love it. So you're looking to sell this property on Orchard Drive? Hello?
Yes.
Sorry, my bad, brother. You're like breaking up. Okay, could you tell me about it? Just like everything about the situation, like what's going on with the property. Is it rented out? All that fun stuff.
It's basically a business, It's rented separately, the studio by itself and the house, and both of them they have a tenant. They pay good money, and when you buy it, you buy a business from me, basically.
Oh, got it. Okay. So is this like a short-term rental or something like that?
Do short, you can do long term. As of now, I'm doing long term, but they are month by month because the lease is already in.
Got it.
You
Okay.
have all the options. You can do whatever you want. It's a nice community. You can do short term, you do long term. It's up to you.
Okay. And they're happy in there. They've been paying and all that.
Big Bang time, the one in the big house, the main unit. Again, this can consider as main unit and small unit. It's like a mother-in-law house. Okay. So the main unit, which is they pay almost $1,400 a month, and they pay all the utility for the whole house, included the studio. And they've been with me for more like a year and a half almost. They finished the lease in the first year, and then since that, they are month by month. And they've been paying in time, no problem at all.
Love it.
In the studio, already have new tenants, like 3 months already.
Yeah.
She's kind of like paying time, 1,000 a month. She pays 1,000 a month in that studio with the bathroom, just the studio and bathroom. And because it has its own entrance, why is mother-in-law? Because it has its own entrance. They have 2 entrances for this house.
Got it.
There is a door between the studio and the house and the main house, but that's closed from both sides. So you can rent both separately.
Got it. Okay. Well, Remy, what's got you thinking about selling this house?
I think I just get a lot of crazy calls about it.
Say that again?
Every day I get like a lot of calls about it.
Yeah, you get a ton of calls.
About it.
You said you get a ton of calls?
I get a lot of calls about it, like a lot of sales calls like you, calling about buying it. So I'm just, I was not really thinking about selling it, but since I get a lot of calls about it, so I decided maybe give it a shot and just sell it, maybe buy something smaller or something,
Got it. Okay. Does the house need any love, or is it in pretty good condition?
I think in the very favorable conditions. I don't hear any complaints from any of the tenants.
Yeah.
So it should be fine with no problem.
Okay. Well, what's prevented you from just listing it with a realtor?
Because again, I'm not into really selling it. I'm just, since I got a lot of calls, so I thought maybe if it's gonna be easy transaction, I will just do it as long as it gives me the money I'm looking for.
Got it. And what's that money that you're looking for, as far as a number?
Minimum 300,000.
Okay.
The whole closing and everything. Yeah.
Got it. And I'm assuming all these other people that are calling you are like way under that, and you're like, yeah, I'm good.
I really never get only one person give me a 300 offer. Okay, and I never really got to a point where like official offer, and they never give me a price. They just talk, and usually I tell them I'm not interested to sell it. That's why we don't go further. But then I took to give you a chance, or I don't know, the personal talk. Just in the last few days, I decided maybe I say yes for the first time or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But recently, also in the last couple of days or last week, I guess there was one offer me 300, but he just sent me like a addendum or something. It's not really official thing. Like a addendum saying that we do it for 300.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for someone sending me like a real contract. Like a real regular like selling contract. Trust whatever it is, and we can move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he might not be that serious if he hasn't sent over the contract. Well, just on our end, typically what will happen once we come to an agreement with the seller on a number, we just move forward with the regular purchase and sale agreement. So I don't know what this guy's doing, but
that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that version, then we can move forward. Other than that, I don't want to just go back and forth for most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just having a hard time seeing if he's trying to do what we're trying to do, which is essentially either fix and flip it or buy it in cash and hold on to it and rent it out like you're doing. I'm having a hard time seeing how he can pay 300. Because I think the property might be worth 300, but I think it's worth 300 to more of a retail buyer, like somebody that might live in the property or something like that. Typically, you'd find those buyers on the MLS with a realtor.
Maybe, I'm not sure. I know there is another one just sold for 295. Maybe another one, maybe about 300. I'm not really following, but that is the one I heard a few weeks ago. So I think this is a reasonable price, and the price keeps going up, I mean, it doesn't really go down, or at least never go down, even after all the interest rate, and it's still or in a good condition, I mean.
Okay, got it.
So, yeah, I mean, it's if you look at it, it's a very good income, what I mean, because it gives you like 2,400 monthly without paying any bills or you have to worry about any maintenance or anything. It's just automatic. You get 2,400. And if you want to do some rehab or you want to fix it a little bit and just get another tenant, you may get a little bit more. But I think the best thing is just leave it. I think 1,400 without doing anything. I mean, just without paying anything extra. That's it. Maybe after like a few months or like after something, you can raise the rent again because every once in a while it's going up and up. The reason I'm doing 1,400 for the big unit is just because the tenant is being good and being Italian and been with me more than a year. But I believe you can even go higher to 16 or 17 or maybe 1,800 for the big units.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a very good deal.
Okay, well, what exactly? Let's just say you ended up selling it, right, for the 300K. Some cash buyer or even a retail buyer came in and bought it for that. Like, do you already have plans with all the money? I know you said you might buy another house or something, right?
I may buy something smaller. I may.
Okay.
But I also need some, need to have some money in hand, just in case if I want to. I just get married, so I need some cash in hand as well. So.
Okay. How much cash do you think you need in your hands, like up front?
Did you say that? Because I'm looking for one-time transaction. I'm not looking for anything like that.
Well, I'm just looking at it, right? Like if we were going to buy it in cash, just to give you an understanding, we have lenders that lend us the money. They charge us a bunch of interest and it's just expensive to borrow that money from them. So when we buy a house in cash, we usually buy it significantly lower than the retail value of it. And then we will renovate it and either put it on the market or rent it out. So it's like, it would be hard for us to do that at the retail value. You know what I mean? Because our lenders are eating up a bunch of our money that we got to pay them in order to borrow the money. Plus we got to close on it and all that and do the repairs. So like paying retail for the house in cash just doesn't make sense for us from an investment standpoint, but we would be willing to come up to your asking price if you gave us some time to pay you off. And essentially what it would look like is a down payment to you and then monthly payments over time.
Then in the time of this happening, who's going to be the owner of the house?
We will. Now we inquire all the problems with the house. So if a pipe ever bursts or the tenants do something and I don't know, we have to go there and have our property management company go there, we get the call. Rami doesn't get the call. It's essentially like we're going to the bank of Rami and getting a loan. So it's almost like when you buy a house and you get a loan from Chase Bank and something happens to the house, Chase Bank never gets a call. They just get their monthly check every month.
I know what you mean. I may not be really interested in that because honestly, if I just put it in the market, I will get the same amount I'm looking for, and I don't have to go through all of that. You know what I mean? So it's very rare to find houses with the mother-in-law. That's why it's double profit here. So that's why even if it's a retail price, but still you're getting more money. If you go to any other house and you pay the same amount, you will get less rent for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so the reason this is unique because this community has this option where like they have two entrances in a house.
Mm-hmm.
Plus this particular house is a corner house, you know, which is you only have one tenant, or sorry, one neighbor one side. It's not like the other ones in the middle. Plus you have a lake view in the behind. There is a lake view in number one. Plus it's by the end of the community where you don't have any front houses. You just have, you know what I mean, like a nice fence to the next community or whatever, but you don't really have anyone connect you from the front, and in the back is a nice lake view. So it's a very unique house in everywhere. Plus this community has a lot of amenities and only for 200 a month HOA.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a security 24 hours. We have a nice resort style swimming pool. We have tennis court, basketball. We have everything, you know. And so that's 200 a month or 206 exactly. But that's why a lot of people call me, you know, because this is a unique business and very good. So even if I'm going to first year in a retail price, but still you're getting a chicken give you like a gold egg everything.
Yeah, I got you. Here's the thing, that specific type of deal isn't for everybody. Usually it's for sellers who are trying to make some money on their money and also avoid a big capital gains tax bill. Because when you sell a house, you end up having to pay a big tax bill that same year. But when you sell it to somebody, when you're the bank, essentially you only have to pay taxes on money that you receive. So now instead of paying, if you sold it for 300, you got to pay taxes on that 300. So instead of paying taxes on 300, you're now only paying taxes on whatever the payments are that we gave you over the course of a year. So that's why some of our sellers will do it. But like I said, it's not a good fit for everybody.
Because at the end of the day, it's still paying tax for the whole amount, but just different years. Doesn't make difference.
Yeah, well, it's just easier for people to find write-offs for it. Like it would be hard to find write-offs for 300 grand, but if it's more like something 24 grand or something like that, it's easier to find write-offs for 24 grand over the course of the year rather than 300. You know?
What's the percentage of capital gain? How much is the percentage?
Say that again.
What is the percentage for capital gain? Like how much tax percentage has to be paid for capital gain?
It depends. Was this ever your personal house?
I don't know.
So you live there, or was this always an investment property for you?
Just second home for a while and then rent it out for another one.
Okay. So it all kind of depends on your tax bracket, but it can average somewhere between 15 and 20%.
Okay, I got you. But only the money you make, the profit.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind to pay tax as long as I'm getting the money, because, you know, by the time I make money, you know, I mean, so it's normal to pay tax, I guess. So, but I think I would rather just go straight with one time transaction.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm sure you guys looking for the best way to fit your needs, but I think it's how to keep it back to getting your money back monthly, or even after a few months, you know, you can sell it back with higher rate, higher money.
Yeah.
I think it's been increasing very quickly a few months. So.
Okay. Well, what happens if we just buy it without? Yeah. What happens if we just buy it without you having to pay anything? Like you don't pay any realtors, you don't pay any closing costs or anything like that. What is the absolutely lowest number that you'd be willing to go with us closing on it with our own cash, all up front?
I was telling you, I was looking for 300 after all that you're talking about. But I don't really have any rental involved, like really, and closing cost is not really that much because of the cash over. So it shouldn't be a big thing anyway, you know what I mean? It should be easy, simple transactions. I was looking for 300 after all, you know what I mean?
Got it.
I'm a renter myself.
Got it. So you were looking for 300. That was like including us paying closing costs and everything like that.
But what I understand, the closing cost shouldn't be that much anyway, because it's a cash offer and there is no rentals involved. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the property and looking at some comps and stuff, and I think that is more like a retail number, right? And the way that you get a retail number is by putting it on the market. So typically, it costs about 9% on average nationwide to sell a house on the market. You know what I'm saying? So if you ended up, and that's with closing costs, commissions to your agent, and concessions and stuff. So if you sold it at 300, like really, you're walking away with about 273 net in your pocket at the end of the day. Like if you put it on the market with a real estate agent, I can't pay $300,000 for this property unless you let me pay you over time. I can get you actually probably more than 300 after you get some interest and stuff like that. But there's no way I could do
Okay, I
300.
tell you what. But by the way, I'm a renter myself. I can post it online if I want.
Okay.
I don't want to do that because I'm not looking to sell it from the beginning anyway.
Yeah.
But again, if you're gonna make it a very easy, simple transaction, cash offer, you pay all the closing costs, everything. The absolute number I can go for, I cannot be paying out that.
Say that again.
If you think about it, and if you think it's a good deal, put me a call or if you want to go official, if you want to send me an official contract, and I sign it for you.
How much? What was the price that you said? Sorry, you were breaking up a little bit.
290, absolute number I can go, the lowest I can go.
Yeah.
After you pay all the closing costs and everything, or whatever, anything involved in this transaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, we're just not even going to be close, to be honest. I think your best bet is just listing it with your license on the market.
For sure, yeah, if I decide to do it, but I would wait a little bit more.
Okay.
And then I think I may get more than 300. I would do a bit more. So
I think you could too. I think you potentially do that too. Honestly, man, your best bet probably is just going on the market. But let's just say in like 30 to 60 days after you list it, and you're having a tough time getting that number, I can have my team reach out, and maybe we can have another conversation.
Fine, that's fine. No problem.
All right, brother. I appreciate your time, man.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Likewise. Bye-bye. Okay, what did you learn on that call?
He's not motivated. He's Did he say he had a realtor's license?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's his best bet going straight to retail market. He can save on some commissions. You collected all the information you could from him. You found out that his price is retail price, so you gave him the only option that we could do to pay retail, which is seller finance. He kind of was interested, but he lost interest as well. He's just not a motivated seller for wholesaling.
That is a fact.
Yep.
That is a fact. Did you see some of the things that I was doing though with like when I was pitching terms? Like some of the strategies that I was using?
Like you were kind of using other benefits as well, like taxes, like that stuff you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. But like the way that I went about it.
That it's mainly for people that don't need the cash like crazy, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But like I kind of did a third party story. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of said, hey, yeah, it's not for everybody. The only sellers on our end that typically do it are people that are looking to, save on taxes or make some money on their money.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Not for everybody. So like there's a couple ninja things there. There's a pull away, like, hey, we might not be a good fit here. And there's also a third party story to show that you're actually doing that.
Yep, exactly. I think in my opinion, you did everything perfectly well. At the end of the day, it's the seller that needs to fit the criteria. It's not you to make it work.
That is a lead though. Like that's something that you keep following up with. You keep following up with like that's somebody who might try going on the market. It's not going to work. 2-3 months out, he's going to still have trouble, and you get him on terms.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we got his number down to 290 as well, which doesn't help, but You saw the ninja things that I did to get his number down.
Yep.
So I stayed on the call. I know he wasn't that motivated, but just for the sake of example, that's why I stayed on the call. But let's go, dog. We getting a contract this week or what? Or multiple?
We got one. We already got one set in stone coming up.
Which
You already
one?
know it's Stoughton.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call him every day.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, bro. You got anything else?
That's about it today, Mike.
Love it. Dang it. We didn't do our thing.
Yeah.
There it is.
Well, if we made it to the end,
That lead that I just called was a lead from silverhomies.com. So people are just cranking these leads. People are making money. We got to close in this week for one of these ones. Yeah, just go to silverhomies.com if you have leads that you want either myself or Felipe to call. Go to silverhomies.com. You'll see the lead information. There's the seller's name, phone number, lead info, all that stuff. But let's do some deals together, dog.
sure.
Love it. Felipe, good job today, bro. I'd love to hear that your follow-up pipeline is growing like crazy. You're gonna start converting. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's getting thick.
Multiple deals. Remember last week, you're like, what the heck? I don't have that many follow-ups.
Yeah, it's weird how shit works.
And I'm like, what did I say?
You're like, give it a second. Let me just turn.
I'm like, bro, go freaking hammer the phones and you'll build your follow-up pipeline. That's all this is, bro. That one, the one that you got under contract on Friday, came in our system in May.
Yeah, that was me from just cherry picking. It wasn't sent to me or anything.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
So now do you see how important that is?
Yeah, that one and the last one from the 3 family, those
The
are
which
both
one?
cherry picking.
Come on, dog.
Yes, sir.
Literally, you've made all your money this month, pretty much from all cherry picking.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta eat that shit up, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so important. I was doing it the other day. Like literally, I was just fishing through the system. I'm like, holy crap, we don't have enough information on this lead. Let me
Yep.
call.
Yep. Exactly.
Checked in a little bit. But good job, dog. All right, people. Silverhomies.com to submit your leads. If anybody's watching too right now, Daryl is going to go live tomorrow morning, I believe at 6 a.m. AZ time, 9 a.m. Eastern time. He will be going live. You can submit leads to him, and literally he's going to be going live for 12 hours. So you can submit a lead to him, and he's going to be calling sellers for literally 12 hours straight tomorrow. So go to Daryl Ellison's YouTube page to go watch his live tomorrow. It's going to be insane. But all right, people. Peace.
Peace.